This video chart presentation at Ethiopian Potash Corp, brought to you by allpenny.stocks.com. It's a Toronto Venture Exchange company trading our ticker FED. This is listed as a Canadian stock to watch this week because the chart's been on a steady downtrend. It's been holding a strong base here at 13 cents. Could be considered a multiple bottom because it has bounced off of it several times. 13 up to 20, 13 up to 17, now back down holding 13. Moving averages are now all starting to tuck together. This chart will stay on our watch list until that support level is broken or a stronger move happens to come up and challenge some resistance points. I can see it's at a key point. MACD is trending back upward, but having a difficult time breaking through zero. Just now starting to move back downward. But the histogram bars, it's tight to notice, but you can see that they are climbing back up towards zero a little bit. So I'll be looking for another bullish cross as this tries to move off the bottom. It's kind of what we consider one of those make or break points, where it looks like it's time for it to make a stronger move, or this bottom's going to collapse. Then it'll be time to sit back and wait for the chart to set up again. Similarly, the PPO trending back towards zero. ADX, it's kind of a strange read because it is moving sharply upward, and that says there is strength being gained to a direction. But at this point, the candles show that there's not really much of a direction being picked. And even though the positive DI is up on top, which would indicate this is feeling some upward pressure, just not seeing that in the chart. As a result, with where it stands at this point, I'm just not getting a lot from the ADX. Money flow index, basically boxed in, very little time above 50. That's a key level. You want to see the MFI trending over top of 50, show that higher prices are being paid for the stock. A little bit of an uptrend going on with the accumulation distribution, but that's about to be expected with the way the stock is based right now. This is a nice look at the Chaikin money flow. Nice upward trend. Now moved back above zero. That tells me that over the last 20 periods, buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. Again, CCI, very neutral, not getting much from it at all. Holding above negative 100 is a good thing, but not really much of an uptrend to speak of at this point. Still very neutral reading. Full stow in oversold territory indicates there's just not any momentum in the play, which again goes along with the stock basing over the last month and a half. Tricks, like the MACD, to gauge a trend. I see some upward pressure coming into it. It needs to break through zero to show a truly bullish trend. MFIs, riding right there near 50. Bulls and bears fighting it out to gain control of momentum. So this is indeed one of those cases where we're just not really getting a lot of hints that a strong move may come off of this bottom. Still run through the indicators always. Just look for hints of bullishness or bearishness. So ultimately what this comes down to is I want to see it continue to hold this 13-cent support level. Did dip below it one time to 12.5, but didn't even close down there, pulled back up by the end of the day. What I like about it is this 50-day moving average is now starting to tuck in and merge with all these short-term moving averages. Generally, when the moving averages converge like that, it's time to watch for a larger move in price per share. Now, it doesn't tell you which direction, doesn't tell you if it's up or down, but moving averages generally won't trend together sideways for very long. Now, one of the nice things about plays at this price point, and every true penny player knows this, that gains can come pretty quickly from a percentage standpoint, because this won't meet much resistance. It'll meet a little bit around 15, but that's already more than a 10% move, and I'd suspect it's going to meet a little bit more at 17 just because it was the hold high this month, but I'd still consider that secondary. I'd look for resistance to really start to pick up around 20 cents. Now from where it is at 13, that's more than a 50% move to go up there and challenge that, and that's what makes these short charts particularly appealing. Again, it's imperative that that bottom support holds. I'd like to see volume pick up a little bit more. 193,000 shares traded is not the worst in the world, and probably even a little bit above this stock's 3-month average. But if this is going to identify this as a true bottom and try and make a strong move, I'd want to see volume surge back up over 500,000 at least. Show that there's really some heavy buying interest coming into this. And if it can blow through 15, even if it stalls at 17 resistance and wants to slide back, I want to see it make a higher low and hold it this time to try and curl upward and make another run at 20. It's in a pretty nice position to try and do something like that, and long-term indicators of trend like the MACD are showing that it's in a position to possibly have that happen. And because I'm seeing some things like the MACD fading off a little bit right now, I think it's at a critical point to either come off this support or fall through it here in the very near future, and it's one to keep an eye on to see how it performs. But as always, it's merely my interpretation of the FED chart. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpenny.stocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions on any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker dealer. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.